Okay, we're about 30 seconds to go before the start of race 3. I believe this is, I can't read that number, 17. That's, I think that's Jim Penapa and Kai, who's set up nicely for the pin. I'm surprised there's nobody down here. This should be an easy start for Kai. And if they get headed, they can attack and cross the fleet. They do appear to be headed. I'm not even sure they're barely making the pin. But they are going full speed away from everybody. Upwind. They could have been higher than that all the time. They do tack, though. Kind of just spin into attack. Too bad they weren't all the way down at the pin and on port, because the tack costs them a little bit, all that rudder movement. But they are crossing. They're doing fine. Coming out of here in second is Sal Rosen on Wasabi. And Blue Jay is doing well again off the line. Same place they started the race before. Watch out for Blue Jay. You want to cross him or go into the fleet? Got a stiff wheel on this thing. Okay, 21 is leading the group going right. That's Dave Bryan. 18's just coming around. That's the other Baker, Fred. So Wasabi is tacked. Looks like a bit of a lefty. No, the spinnaker jib's not quite filling all the way. But he's got soft this race for some reason. Okay, so here are your 3 leaders. Wasabi on the left, we think is in about second. I think Penapa and Kai is still winning down there. Blue Jay, a bit of a distant third. Which is right where they started. They started the race in third. So that's good for Andrew. 21, Dave Bryan, who had a good start, went right. Might be as high as 4th. Well, actually, there's some boats right behind us that might have him. 22 here. Might be Lee Bellingham. Oh, looks like Wasabi's doing a little better than I thought. They're going to do a bit of a distant lee bow, which should be no problem for Kai with the Petapas aboard. And in fact, they're sailing into a little more breeze, so good confidence going on here on Kai. Got 2 people that are lured. Yeah, now they're moving around a little bit and tacking. They do need to get up to the starboard ley line at some point, and they're getting a little nervous about the leverage that Blue Jay has down there. But Kai's got perfectly clear air. They've had that since the start, since they took the start. Only boat near the pin. They're looking good. So Wasabi tacks on their hip. Wasabi's tacks are a little more down speed. But they're on top of 24, so they're not going to gain. That's Stiletto down there. And I think Santuza might be in 4th. So Jim was right to worry about the leverage Blue Jay have. Blue Jay is now winning. Hopefully they can get their spinnaker going here. It'll be close for second with Wasabi. And Kai is overstood. So Wasabi's going to, they're bearing off below them. They could have tacked in that slot between the 2 and easily been second. That gives Blue Jay an even bigger lead. Blue Jay is slightly under the mark, but they won't have to pinch up as much as they did in the first race because they're only under by a couple of feet. So they'll just sail a little bit high, maybe breaking the tails for an instant to make this mark. There they go, tails breaking. Yeah, they make the mark easily. We're okay. They'll be bearing off. Not quite pre-fed all the way on Blue Jay. No trouble with that. Oh, this one worked. Oh, but no sheet. If they had a sheet, it would have been perfect. Now they're getting the sheet organized. But not enough. Okay, there. It fills finally. Oh, wow. A perfect set by Petapa's team. Well. And they're jiving again like they did in race 1 when they won. Wasabi is 3rd. They've had good crew work today. This spinnaker's a little later going up. than the race 2 when it was so magnificent. But it fills perfectly as it goes up. They had good control over the spinnaker sheet. Santuza's next. Still has some feeding to do with the guy, while Dave Bryant's spinnaker went right up into full trim in 5th place. So Dave Bryant could be moving in on 4th here. Go with the bullet he had in race 2. And back at the mark, another cluster of 3 boats are getting around. And a whole bunch more rounding out to that. Okay. Well, I think Blue Jay's going to be looking a little better here. They've got, I don't know why the guy is so easy all the time, but it's not hurting them yet. They do need to get this pole down and this spinnaker down. The jib is up this time.
Yeah.
Unlike the last time. The pole is still up, and they've got 2 lanes to go to the mark. The pole is still up, and they've got 1 lane to go to the mark. They're now rounding the mark with the pole and the spinnaker up. That's not going to be good.
Having troubles with the halyard.
They got nothing. They're totally out of control on that spinnaker. So Wasabi will round and pass, go from 3rd to 2nd.
Okay,
Petitpaw's already rounded the other mark.
Right.
Oh no, Petitpaw hasn't rounded yet. They're just rounding now.
Yep.
Or they missed a shift downwind by jibing away. They sailed the extra distance. So they're in 2nd. Wasabi's now in 1st, and they've still got problems down there. Got to somehow pull that shoot aboard. So this is twice they've been first around the weather mark, and then just couldn't get around the leeward mark. Well, Blue Jays finally got the spinnaker in the boat, but they're going to lose at least half the fleet, if not more. There he's going for the left gate. Most others are going for the right gate. The course seems a little skewed. The breeze has gone left, and now we got a barge in the way, so we may have to go to the bottom of the course. Wasabi. Dave Bryant make another comeback. They just sail well all the way around the course. Dave Bryant doesn't make the best starts in the entire fleet, but he often has the best finishes. Checking the sail trim. Looking at the main sails are fairly new, so you can still get away with speed wrinkles. Keep the drop back. So fast. I think they're gaining on Wasabi. They're a close 2nd now. Well, the breeze has gone a little further left, so DB had to go pretty far before attacking, and has overstood a little bit. Wasabi, similar conservative move they made earlier. They dipped that boat instead of leap outing. I think they could have leaped out from a distance and still made this mark, because Dave overstood a little bit. Dave's always a little conservative that way. But it paid off for him this time. Wasabi went further, and so Dave's team is preparing to round in 1st place. And got ready to hoist. Hoist that baby. It's a good one.
Nice setup.
Yeah. And Wasabi's had all good hoists today. Got a little stuck this time with the wetness, friction on the jib.
Fred Baker.
Yeah, Fred Baker's up to
Jim Petty.
third here. Then Petapog
Will Jim dive again, or is he?
and Santuza. Competitive group. Whoop, oh, sorry, falling over with the camera.
Jonathan looking to get into that.
Oh,
spot
you're gonna
there.
go for that? Is that?
He's got room.
Well, he's does
room.
not legally.
He hit the gate.
Yeah, that was ugly. So now Jonathan also trying to figure out what to do about that. It's because he's kind of in limbo on the tag. So I think he's going to do circles. Good move. Not going to cost him very much because the spinnaker wasn't up yet. And the crew can dance around all the sheets. Got a young crew on there. And Blue Jay has recovered. They have another nice windward leg. They lost half the fleet at the leeward mark. But they might end up as high as 6 if they can get by Santuza. Oh, ooh, they're taking a strange route, though. They're going between Santuza and the tug, so they will be blanketed badly by the tug. And a bunch of people are. There's not going to be good air there behind Genesis Eagle. C-23 going really well at the moment. Watch that spinnaker collapse. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is a bit of a park up behind the tug. We got to move the race course. This is.
Okay, got Jim Petty by here on fourth.
All right, let's check in on the leaders. Jim's in, I think, fourth, but he has a shot at third because the other white boat's going quite high up there. Although, I think the high boat will be able to come down without jiving and finish at the 10.